What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. The Dallas Mavericks survive, taking Game 4 in emphatic fashion, absolutely destroying the Boston Celtics from pretty much the beginning of the game till the end. Final score 122-84. Safe to say the Mavericks trampled those leprechauns in a stampede. If you didn't see highlights from the game, let's check them out real quick.
I'm sorry. Damage report. That's comprehensive.
Yeah. A complete massacre. A clobbering. Completely dismantled the Boston Celtics. This isn't going to take much analysis at all. And we see this a lot of times when it's time for a team to close out on another team. You know, you got one team that's down and they are completely desperate, playing in pure desperation, but also playing completely, I don't want to say carefree, but relaxed because everyone expects them to lose, while the other team doesn't really get up to meet that challenge as they are sitting in an area of comfort. We see it all the time. Some people might say, oh, the Boston Celtics lost on purpose just so that they could win on their home floor. I've never been somebody that necessarily believes that. I think that's playing with fire because you want to close teams out as quickly as possible. You never know when a key player can get injured. So I've never really bought into that. If that is true, if teams do that, it's absolutely stupid. When I did a recap of Game 3, I really didn't get into the details and the X's and O's because I didn't watch the game. This one I did watch, but there's really nothing to pull from this outside of one team showed up and one team absolutely didn't. The Celtics look like they didn't even want to be there, man. No energy, no effort, lack of urgency. I don't know what else you can say. Pretty much everyone on the team played absolutely abysmal. Tatum 4 for 10, Holiday 4 for 10, Brown 3 for 12. You know, I saw a stat when they were doing the recap of the game on ESPN that Drew Holiday logged, I think, the worst plus minus in NBA Finals history with like a minus 38. Plus minus ain't everything, but just watching Drew Holiday, he looked like a completely different player. Wasn't having that same type of energy crashing the boards or on defense so much. As a whole, the Boston Celtics shot 14 for 41 from three-point land. 14 for 41. But I'm not surprised. The Celtics have actually shot poor from three-point land all series. But this was really bad. But is the case with the Boston Celtics, live or die by the three-point line. While on the other hand, you didn't necessarily get nuclear efforts from Luka and Kyrie, which usually, you know, I've been saying you might need most of the time, especially if those bench players aren't going to be reliable. But this was a different story. All right, we've seen, this is the best performance in the finals that I've seen from the Dallas Mavericks bench. Game 4. Luka had 29, 5 and 5. Kyrie 21, 6 and 4. Shot admirably from the field, both of them. But the bench, all them boys showed up. All them boys was hitting their shots. They're open shots that they've been seeing a lot this series, but they haven't been hitting them. Wide open shots, but now they hit them. Washington, Jones Jr., Gafford, huge defensive plays and altering shots, if you will, in only 10 minutes. Lively had a stupendous game. I believe Lively had a double-double, if I'm not mistaken, off the bench, but they pulled him off the bench early. Everyone on the Dallas Mavericks scored with the exception of 2 players, and I think they had about 5 players in double digits. Now, granted, pretty much the whole fourth quarter, none of the starters played from either team. That game was decided. So you're seeing people like, oh, Tim Hardaway Jr. scored, 15 points. Well, all that was pretty much in garbage time. But maybe he can capitalize off that and gain some momentum going into the next game should Jason Kidd pull his card during minutes that are meaningful. But yeah, man, there's not a whole lot to say about this game. It's as simple as that. One team showed up and one team did it. One team was desperate and one team went in there lackadaisical and with no sense of urgency. That is just a complete energy and effort opposite between two teams, and then you get the results that you get. Totally different demeanor from Luka Doncic. I think he showed much better leadership. I heard, or it was reported that coaches and teammates were getting on Luka about all his bitching and complaining and not getting back on defense, arguing with the refs for every single play. So if those reports are true, then obviously that resonated with him because we didn't really get a whole lot of that. And he just played basketball. He focused on basketball and had that mentality of, Luka had that mentality of, the play moves on. The play moves on, the play moves on. Get your ass up, get back on defense, get your ass up, get back on offense, stop complaining. The game moves on, the play moves on. And this looked like a totally different Dallas Mavericks team as a unit than what we've seen this entire finals. We'll see if they can continue with this. Now, I'm sticking with my pick, Dallas Mavericks in 7. They're going to have to come in and give that same kind of effort in Boston, but also be prepared to meet much better resistance that they didn't have this time in this game. All right, I can't see the Boston Celtics rolling over and laying dead for them like they did today. But hats off to the Dallas Mavericks. They came in there, they did what they had to do. But like I said, I can't see Boston coming in with that kind of effort another time this entire series. Boston should be careful. Now, I know Kyrie has played like absolute shit in the Garden, but they do have a guy, the Dallas Mavericks have a guy that has been on the wrong end of a 3-1 series lead. And Kyrie Irving was a big part, a major part in overcoming a 3-1 deficit to win an NBA championship. So if anybody feels comfortable and knows how to navigate the waters moving forward, it's Kyrie Irving. So they better be careful. Granted, I get it. Originally, they were down 3-0. So if they were to pull this off, it would be the first time that happened in NBA history. But now that we've hit this 3-1 mark, Kyrie is that guy that's been on that side of history. It's going to be interesting moving forward, man. I really hope this goes 7 games. I don't want the finals to end. I don't want the finals to end in Game 5. I want to keep watching NBA basketball as long as I possibly can. But we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Mavericks in 7, Mavericks in 7, Mavericks in 7. I'm going down with the shit, baby. Going down with the shit. Appreciate y'all. Like I said, not much to this one. It was just an ass beating. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. And I catch y'all on the next one. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. We out, baby.